Mhm. And how long do you think it will take? I mean, when do you think that the Assad regime will collapse, sir?
Well,
Months or
I,
a year?
I don't have a crystal ball, but I can say categorically the Assad regime is finished.
Mhm.
When that might happen is going to depend on what other powers would do and when they will do that.
Mhm.
If after the election the United States, along with Turkey, in particular, these two countries, decide that the time has come, then they will be able to accelerate his demise.
Mhm.
If they continue to wait and see what happens, hoping the rebels and the Syrian Free Army to create their own zone of immunity, so to speak, it could take much longer.
Mhm.
So when he will go, it's remain questionable, again, because it depends on outside power to a great extent. But will he eventually go? There is no question about it. He's finished as far as the Syrian people are concerned. And as far as the international community is concerned, I cannot imagine any country, perhaps with the exception of Russia, China, and maybe Iran, will be resume normal relationship with Syria under a Bashar Assad regime.
And do you think that an Alawite, an independent Alawite state could emerge after that situation?
You mean Alawite independent state?
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Well, I mean, there talk about the possibilities. But you know, if that's going to happen, they're going to end up with Kurdish enclave as well, and Sunni enclave, and what happened to the Christians. So it's not likely because it's not sustainable.
So you don't believe that, Syria can be divided?
You know, it could be divided in early stages. It is possible. But to remain divided is going to be a major problem for the Syrian people as well. Because what happened in Syria cannot be fixed quickly. I think we are in for a long period of instability in Syria. We're going to see different things evolve over time. Regions organizing themselves against other regions. There's going to be messy situation. They will start to fight one another. But here again, if Turkey and the United States manage to strengthen the Syrian National Council, create a shadow government representative of all segments of the Syrian people, it should include Alawite, Sunnis, Kurds, everyone should be representative, maybe proportionately, in this government. Then you stand a chance of forming shadow government representative of all segments of the Syrian population. And this government then will have legitimacy. But also it must include Syrian people who are in Syria, not exiled. That's not going to be enough. If they're all exiled, the Syrian people will not accept them. They will say, you know, you've been living a wonderful life in outside, and now you're coming to try to govern us. That's not acceptable. So the preconditions for such a government to succeed, A, they have to include all segments of the population. It must include real people, the Syrian from Syria itself, fighting now and dying, and certainly exiled as well, with the support of the United States and Turkey especially, and other countries can be supportive. That is a possibility. It's very difficult, but it's not pipe dreams. I think it can happen. But again, how soon they act, because the longer this crisis continues, the process of disintegration will continue to unravel, and it will be very, very difficult to put it back together. And I think the United States is aware of this. I think your country, Turkey, is definitely aware of this. In talking to Turkish officials, they know this is something that cannot be allowed to happen. There's a reason why Turkey is hosting the National Council. There's a reason why Turkey is supporting the Free Army. Because they know without something like this, Syria will unravel, will fall apart.